Hi folks, Dr. Miller welcoming you to our Week 8 mini lecture video here at BA325, New Venture Creation. This week we look at Planning for Growth and Change, Chapter 17. And I thought this was a very appropriate chapter to cover because planning for growth and change is certainly part of the entrepreneurial experience. Expansion is a natural byproduct of a successful startup. I've been through a growing mode of my own business for perhaps 10 years now, and learning to manage change and flow with change and market change is a continuous learning environment. Understand that some entrepreneurs shy away from growth because they fear losing control. Many businesses falter during the rapid growth phase because of the enormous demand placed on company resources. The lesson here is don't grow before your business is ready to grow. Stages of growth in a new venture. Rates and stages of growth in a new venture vary by industry and business type. But most common issues arise are strategic, administrative, and managerial problems, and we need to know when these issues will arise and plan to anticipate events and requirements before they occur. The stages of growth for new companies is basically startup, early growth, high growth, and stable growth phases. Startup is characterized by capital customers distribution, early growth by cash flow marketing, and high growth by resources and growth capital management, and the stable growth is characterized by innovation and maintaining success. During startup, your main concerns are to ensure sufficient capital, seek customers, and design a way to deliver your product or service. Here, you find that you're a jack of all trades, rolling up your sleeves and doing what's needed. The primary goal in the first year is survival. Be watchful of some of the following signs: that customers are coming to you faster than you expected, that you really don't have to get them. You're easily meeting your goals, and your sales have caught up to the capital invested and you can spend on growth. You have to have the right team to grow your business. In the initial growth phase, your business survives a startup. Your business is now generating revenue and your focus shifts to cash flow. Question is, can the business generate enough cash flow to pay for its expenses and support the growth of the firm? If the decision is to grow the business, we need sufficient resources to finance growth. This is a risky phase, and we need to scale production and distribution, and we need control systems to monitor quality. To maintain control of rapid growth, we must delegate control and accountability at various levels. If growth is accomplished, many entrepreneurs sell at this stage at a substantial profit. Some displaced by board of directors need different skills to grow now. Once the business successfully passes through rapid growth and you can manage the financial gains, you're ready for what's called stage 4. The firm is usually large at this point and can remain fairly stable so long as it continues to be innovative, competitive, and flexible. Factors that affect growth include market and industry factors. As your firm grows, it may need to move beyond the unserved niche it served at startup. Here we need to tackle those forces that may work against us: customer power, established customers, new entrants, substitutes. Sounds like Michael Porter there. Another factor that may affect growth is management factors. With success comes a belief that you're doing things right, but growth requires change. Consider these 4 leadership tendencies which can backfire: loyalty to the original founding team, task orientation, which is a focus. A single-minded focus no longer serves well. Here we need to see the larger picture. Single-mindedness of vision, which requires discipline, must avoid tunnel vision, must have ears to the ground of all areas of the company. Working in isolation is another factor that may affect management's growth, ability to grow the business. We must learn to work with a diverse group of external stakeholders outside our comfort zones. Growing the market. The choice is often between maximizing the value from the current market versus seeking new value from new markets. Continuing success is not about the choice of market, but about the essential design of a firm. It's about continuous improvement and innovation, capturing markets beyond the first target market by looking at adjacent markets. There are broad methods for implementing growth, market exploitation. In this method, you attempt to increase sales by using more effective marketing strategies with the current market target. Growing within the industry. Here, entrepreneurs may pursue integrative growth strategies to grow their ventures through acquisition. Vertical integration strategies. An entrepreneurial venture can grow by moving backward or forward within the distribution channel called vertical integration. Horizontal integration strategies. We can buy competitors or start a competing business. Alliance strategies. Another way to grow is to focus on what you do best and let others do the rest. We can grow by going global, and the internet certainly makes that a possibility, having international reach. Characteristics of a successful global startup include a global vision from the start, internationally experienced managers, preemptive technology, strong international business networks, and this may be beyond the scope of a new entrepreneurial startup. I'm tending to skip the other discussion, which is find the best global market, export financing, foreign agents, distributors, and trading companies, and choosing an intermediary for international trading. The entrepreneur must plan ahead, preparing for change. In the event of a problem, which suppliers will be willing to extend the repayment time? What non-essential assets does a business have that can be sold for cash? Can we find additional investment capital? Does the firm have sufficient liquidity? What are some risks that you might identify? Supply chain risks, for example. Taxes and regulations, maybe new laws. International piracy as it relates to software. Product liability. Insurance covers defense but not lost sales. How do you plan to manage risk in your venture? What are the risks? It's difficult to calculate the probability that a risk will occur with accuracy, but we need to try that somehow, having a risk management mindset. In terms of leadership succession, no firm can keep the same management team over the life of the business. Other firms will constantly be trying to woo the best people away from the business. There are chances of losing a key executive due to death, which are significant. What are your thoughts in terms of succession planning? In terms of changes of ownership in small enterprises, should we promote from within or hire from outside? Requires a situation assessment, execution of a search. The chapter also talks about succession planning and family-owned businesses, which I'll leave to another discussion. Planning for harvest and exit, I thought, was an important topic to touch on. Many entrepreneurs are not concerned with how they will get out of the business. Some prefer the role of an entrepreneur to that of managing a stable, mature firm. They plan to continue in the role of entrepreneur in another venture. The entrepreneur should have a plan for harvesting the rewards of the business he or she has started. If you can sell the business, you may wish to do that, but after it's sold, you may experience a sense of loss. Knowing that you intend to sell the business from the beginning places you in the best business if the business can be sold. How can you cash out of the business but stay in the business? Entrepreneurs may want to take their investment out of the business but not leave. You may want to restructure the business. Maybe you consider a phased sale of cashing out but staying in the business. Some entrepreneurs often soften the emotional blow of selling the business by agreeing with the buyer to sell in two phases. Sell a percentage of the firm now, and then the business is sold at a prearranged price later on. I'm going to defer the topics of being acquired, an IPO, that's for a different conversation. Touching on briefly on bankruptcy, dealing with failure. What precipitates a bankruptcy is the failure to pay the debt, but that is caused by a myriad of other events. Before considering bankruptcy, seek the advice of an attorney or turnaround specialist. Remember, entrepreneurship is a way of viewing the world and a skill set that can be learned. Entrepreneurship involves certain risks and responsibilities, but also has excellent intangible and intrinsic rewards. Pleasure speaking with you today, folks. Enjoy it.